Who would you like to see next when you step into the octagon?
Everybody. I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
Hey guys, UFC 319 is coming up, and it's Dricus Du Plessis versus khamzat chimaev, and we gonna talk. Can Khamzat dethrone Dricus for the belt? Dricus is a complete tank. He's huge. He has heart. He's going to push a pace, and he seems Khamzat tired after the second round. He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna slow down. He's confident coming into this match, and the hype coming into this match. He sounds like he wants to finish him. Both these guys sound like they want to finish each other in fantastic fashion. 23-2. Dricus has seemingly beat all of the old guard. He's beating Israel Adesanya. He's beating Robert Whittaker. He's beating Darren Till. He's beating Sean Strickland. He's honestly being the best of the old guard division. Dricus seems to be the goofiest, most cartoony, most comical character in the UFC, but he just continues to win, and it doesn't make any sense. He's beating arguably one of the greatest strikers in the UFC, Israel Adesanya. He's beating Robert Whittaker. As though we don't like it, Sean Strickland has one of the best defense in the UFC, and he's beating Sean Strickland twice. His banana blitz do not fail, and Dricus has one of the most unorthodox. It doesn't make sense. It should not work in the UFC. I was a non-believer. I did not see the light until the MMA guys touched me. We had a heart to heart. His style works, and y'all can say, oh, one fight, okay, 2 fights, okay, 3 fights. When y'all gonna believe the hype? Dricus is the real deal. Now, but what we really have to talk about is he enough to defend Khamzat's takedown? Is he enough to even get up? Is he enough to win? Is he enough to maintain the belt for UFC 319? I've been hearing a lot of people saying Dricus doesn't have a gas tank. By round 4 on the Izzy fight, he's over here taking a knee on the floor after a takedown. After round 3, his mouth is wide open. He's over here fighting drunk. But despite all that, he performs, and if he performs, that's all that matters. I wouldn't say it's better, but what most people want to see is they want to see him fine after 5 rounds. In the Izzy Jan Blachowicz fight, Izzy seemed like he can go another 5 rounds after the fight, but you know what that tells me? It tells me he didn't go out there and give it his all. Dricus is gonna use all his energy in every round that he's gonna have and go nonstop. What that tells me is he's gonna leave everything that he has in the octagon. He's not gonna wait around, stay on the sidelines, hope he gets gifted a decision. No, he's gonna go after you. He's gonna give everything that he has, and if he's tired by the end of it, he's gonna be tired. He's gonna be laying down, but in those 25 minutes, he's gonna give everything that he has. Going back in his career, when a lot of people didn't know who he was honestly kind of seen as a bum. People seen his record. He was getting wins. He hadn't lost. He had a still very, very good record, but you see the style, you don't think much of it. And he was kind of given as a layup fight to Darren Till for him to go back in the win column. But Darren Till ended up losing to him, I think, in the second round. And right after that, Dricus goes life and death with Darren Brunson. People still underrate him, and then after that he had the we're not talking about that. That didn't happen, but you know what I'm gonna say. Whittaker fight, and he knocks him out or subs him, one or the other. He beats him, and at this point he has all the hype. Mind you, he is supposedly fighting all these fights with 8% oxygen intake throughout his nostrils. This is what his coach is saying, and right up until his Israel Adesanya fight, he had gotten surgery on his nose where he can finally breathe 100%. But that's why a lot of the times you'll see him fight with his mouth open, breathing through his mouth, because that's the only way he can get oxygen. Now he can breathe through his nose, and he'll still open his mouth, maybe because that's what he was so used to. But he's a dog through and through. Now, can he stop Khamzat Chimaev's takedowns? No, he's going to get taken down. Khamzat has fought the same way in every fight, and he has taken down dang near every fighter that he has fought. He has Usman, who had, I think, over a 90% takedown defense, close to 100, who was the best in the UFC in terms of TDD. Khamzat took him down almost dang near 10-8. Robert Whittaker, one of the best defensive wrestlers in the UFC, took him down. Gilbert Burns, although he didn't wrestle as much in the first round, you could kind of see what he could do. He took him down with ease. Actually, no, I wouldn't say with ease, but he did take him down. And I simply don't believe Dricus is going to be able to defend the takedowns. I was going back in film study, and Dricus' takedown defense is not the best. He has fallen mostly strikers, so we wasn't able to see it, but Robert Whittaker shot a takedown on him, and Robert actually got the takedown with ease. Right before that, this is 2023, right before that, Derek Brunson was taking him down, honestly, with relative ease. And Derek, honestly, for moments, ragdolled him. He was able to keep him on the ground. And to think a wrestler of Khamzat Chimaev's level is just going to get completely stuffed takedowns, he's not going to get anything, is just preposterous to me. He's going to, I can guarantee you in this fight, he's going to get a takedown. Is he going to switch up this style? I don't believe Khamzat Chimaev is going to switch up his style. He has fought the same way in every single one of his fights. I really wish he would kind of mix up his punching into the takedowns, but he does not do that. He shoots from across the octagon, and he's going for that takedown. So the question is, can Dricus survive the takedowns until the second round? Because after the second round, Khamzat Chimaev gets a little bit tired. His striking gets sloppy. His takedowns get sloppy. This is natural. This is a 5-rounder fight, and we have been seeing a lot of Khamzat Chimaev cardio. Oh, his cardio is going to be different this fight, but I don't believe it's going to be too different. I do believe he sets a high pace, so his cardio is naturally going to fall. But training was never an issue with Khamzat. He was not one of those fighters who were lazy, who took training not serious. He always had a high pace training. He always did his best in training camp, and I don't think it's going to be too much different, although this is the biggest fight of his career. But I do think if Dricus can survive the second round, Khamzat is in deep trouble. Deep trouble. So then the question really relies, can Dricus survive till the second round? And I fight with this because Usman is taking Khamzat split decisions. Well, it wasn't split decision, but it was dang near a split decision. Gilbert Burns is over here fighting him life and death. But when I'm looking at the Derek Brunson fight, when I'm looking at the Robert Whittaker fight, he's giving up his backs in these positions. He's getting held down for some amount of time by lesser fighters. And Khamzat isn't one of those fighters who's just going to lay and pray and hope he gets a submission or lets the submission come to him. No, he's going to batter you in those 2 rounds as much as he can. I want to say Dricus by banana blitz, slip and fall, backflip, takedown, but I think I'm going to have to go Khamzat Chimaev and new. We going to see UFC 319 is this Saturday. Honestly, this is a very close fight. It can go either way, but for me, I'm going to go Khamzat Chimaev for now. Goodbye, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. Watch the fight. Come back, roast me if Dricus wins. Honestly, I deserve it, bro. I believe in the plot armor so much. I wanted to win. Honestly, MMA gods, if Dricus will win, let him win. But Khamzat Chimaev, that's the logical choice for me.